Students, today we will discuss the question of binomial distribution and you will learn how to solve the question. A doctor claims that the probability of a successful heart operation is zero point 0.8. You can see that the probability of success is fixed over here, that is equal to zero point 0.8. So you can identify it as P. P is the probability of success. Now you have to find the probability of successful heart operation of at least two patients. At least two patients mean two or more than two. At most three patients mean three or less than three, and all patients if 5 operations are scheduled next week. Now you can see that 5 is the number of operation and zero point 0.8 is the probability of success. So n is equal to 5 and p is equal to zero point 0.8. While solving the questions of binomial, kindly find and try to locate these two things in the question: what is p and what is n. P is the probability of success and N is the number of trials. This is the case of binomial distribution because there are two chances, success and failure. P is fixed, that is equal to zero point 0.5. N is equal to 5. The number of trials, Q is equal to 1 minus P, that is equal to 0.2. Now comes the formula of the binomial distribution as I had explained in my lectures. P of x is equal to x. This is the formula for probability, finding the probability of a success. X is the number of successes, NCX, N is the number of trials, X is the number of success, P is the probability of success, and Q is the probability of failure, which is found by subtracting P from 1. Q is equal to 1 minus P, that is equal to 0.2. ये formula आपका binomial का formula है. In all cases of binomial you use this formula. Here n is 5, x is not mentioned, which will be mentioned in the question in part 1, 2, 3, but in general it is x. Now zero point 0.8 raised to power x and zero point 0.2 raised to power 5 minus x, n is 5. Now to solve the parts, all three parts, what we have to do, we have to put the values of x in the formula. Now part 1 was saying that at least two patient mean two or more. At least two का मतलब कम से कम two, दो या दो से ज़्यादा, 2, 3, 4 or 5, because the maximum number of patient can be 5 because only 5 operations are being done in next week. So the answer, the value of x can be 2 or 3 or 4 or 5. At least 2 means 2 या 2 से ज़्यादा. So you have to find the probability of 2, then 3, then 4 and 5, and then add the probability to find the required answer. That probability of x is greater than equal to 2 or at least 2. So पहले हमने 2 की वैल्यू फाइंड की. जस्ट पुट द फॉर्म इन द फार्मूला. एक हमने फार्मूला पहले ही लिख दिया था. यू हैव टू पुट 2 इंस्टेड ऑफ x. 5c2, 0.8 raised to power 2 and 0.2 raised to power 5 minus 2, and solving this. And I told you in the previous lecture that you have to put this entire formula in your calculator. 5c will be available in calculator. You can find it. 5c2 multiply by 0.8 raised to power 2 and 0. Multiply by 0.2 raised to power 3. Brackets नहीं, multiplication का sign डालेंगे and you will get the answer. Run this formula in one go on your calculator, so your answer will be 0.0512. In the same way, put x is equal to 3, then put x is equal to 4, then put x is equal to 5. I have substituted values of x and I got the answer. But remember that you try to solve the formula on the calculator in just one go. Just write 5. C will be available in your calculator, either on it is inverse function of equal to or somewhere else in your calculator. Just locate it first. 5c2 multiply by 0.8 raised to power 2 multiply by 0.2 raised to power 3, and you will get your answer for the probability. In the same way you can get the answer for x is equal to 3, x is equal to 4 and x is equal to 5. At least 2 means 2 or more than 2, so just add them. Add all these four cases, you will get the required probability, that is equal to 0.933. The second part is at most 3. At most means 3 or more. Sorry, 3 or less. At most का मतलब on the maximum it can be 3, it can not exceed 3. 3 होगा या 3 से कम रहेगा. So x is less than equal to 3. Less than equal to 3 means it can be 0, 1, 2 or 3. 3 is included but it cannot exceed 3. तो हमने क्या किया, यहाँ 0 या 1 या 2 या 3 इन सब की probabilities निकालेंगे. In the same way as I had done in previous पार्ट हम पहले 0 की निकालेंगे, then 1, then 2, then 3, and then add them, and you will get the answer of probability of x is less than equal to. In the same way, the third one is for all patients. All patients means that out of 5, all 5 recovered, so x is equal to 5. So I had used the फॉर्मूला, ये हमने पहले भी कैलकुलेट किया था, मैंने जस्ट वहाँ से आंसर उठाया है, ये वाला पार्ट, एंड आई हैव सब्स्टिट्यूटेड इट ओवर हेयर. सो दिस इज़ द एंटायर क्वेश्चन. जब आपके पास क्वेश्चन आएगा, जस्ट फाइंड एन एंड पी, एंड आफ्टर दैट यू हैव टू यूज़ द फॉर्मूला. एन की जगह एन, पी की जगह पी, और क्यू कैसे आ जाएगा, 1 माइनस पी करके, एंड देन पुट द वैल्यूज़ ऑफ एक्स, एंड देन अगर आपके पास एटलीस्ट 2 है, एटलीस्ट मीन्स कम अज़ कम उस या वो या उससे ज़्यादा, एंड इफ़ इट इज़ एट मोस्ट देन इट इज़ लेस देन और इक्वल टू दैट वैल्यू. एंड फॉर दैट केसेस, सारे केसेस निकाल के अपने उन्हें ऐड करना है, एंड यू विल गेट द फाइनल आंसर फॉर बायनॉमियल डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन.